Welcome back to the Front Row Wrestling Podcast. I am Mr. KS. That is
Me.
oh God. I, I don't even know what to say after that. Is that your Rob Van Dam? Is that just your Rob?
I am. Oh no, I don't have the Rob in me. I don't have the glasses or anything. I ain't got no muscles to flex or nothing.
According to what you just told me before we came on, you're the old sad.
I'm sad. I'm sad, old, and lonely. Apparently, so that's it. Sad, old, lonely.
To be fair, it's the thought of a millennial. So
yeah, I mean they don't know. They're young. They don't know what they're saying.
Take that with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Besides WWE trying to take bankrupt everybody. How have you been this week?
I've had a better week. I mean, my first week back at work, my first full complete week back at work. Finally got to do some work on Friday. Sat me down for a while. Said they're working me in slow. They said,
"All right." What does that even mean, bro?
It means they don't want me to come to work, get hurt, and go right back out again and be out for another 2 weeks or something.
It's the American way.
Yeah, I still got paid though. I'm not going to complain.
That's what I'm saying. It's the American way. Sit at home, collect the check. That's what the people do. Get your EBT on the first of the month and go buy $700 worth of useless fucking food.
Well, I don't have the EBT because they won't let me buy my Dr. Peppers and my little Debbie cakes anymore.
Jesus Christ.
Mean government people.
We don't need little Debbie cakes. We need carrots and apples and oranges and shit like that.
Who are you to tell me I can't have a Dr. Pepper with my dinner?
Did you send me a reel with that in it?
I think I did. There was a woman complaining about it. I thought it was so funny. I sent it to you to do. I said, check out this woman. It's crazy.
You send me random reels. Most of them have to do with the last couple of days, having to do with my Dallas Cowboys, which I really don't appreciate.
I sent you two. I sent you two.
It was more than two. It was about 4.
Oh, 3. Okay, it was 3, but they were 3 funny ones though.
Try 4 or 5. Try 4 or 5.
Okay, but they were still funny regardless. I mean, I lost count. I might have got to laughing and lost count of what I was sending, but most everything else I sent you was funny though.
I'm sick of the Dallas Cowboy hate, bro. Like what and like I told you, the thing is, most of these people that are hating on my Cowboys, their team sucks.
Yeah.
So who are they to talk? Like your team might have won a Super Bowl.
The ones that I see doing it are all Eagles fans. That's the ones I see.
Well,
I mean, they get something to talk about the last couple of years.
Eagle fans are classless bums. If you root for an Eagle fan, you're just the scum of the fucking earth. Fucking scum of the earth. Like, who the Eagles fan? These are the Eagles fan is the worst level of fandom you can be involved in.
The tush push people.
How fruity is that? And nothing against the fruity people. I'm just saying, you're gonna talk about people and your main offensive play is a man hitting another man in the ass. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Fuck are we doing?
I don't think they know what they're doing. So.
They don't. So there's a few rumors we need to get into. It's not gonna be a long show. We just up here because pretty soon we might not even have a show, Chris, if they keep charging us to watch shit.
Man,
we're gonna have to go back. We're gonna have to go back to being a retro wrestling show. Whatever we can find on YouTube, we could go watch that.
Man, I've been complaining about this to you all week long, have I not?
Yes, you have.
It's like you got to have, like we were talking about, you got to have Netflix to watch Raw. You got to have cable to watch SmackDown. If you're an NXT fan, I guess you can get away with an over-the-air antenna if you want to, just to get CW. But if you want to watch the PLEs going forward, you'll need to have access to that ESPN thing, which is going to be $30 a month. And then Peacock is retaining the rights to the NXT PLEs as well as the 30-day delay, replays of SmackDown and the Saturday night main events going forward. And they got the library till the end of the year for sure. So I mean, you got all these different places you got to
We,
buy, you got to spend money at.
we thought the PLEs were gonna be on ESPN until next year. Then you wake up the next morning and fuck it. They said, you know what? We don't want to wait for you to give us the $30.
Well,
We want your $30 fucking today. We
well,
want
no,
you.
well, we thought it was going to be on Peacock the rest of the year, wasn't it?
That's what we thought.
Yeah, but then now they went ahead and changed everything. Now it's ESPN early.
So people can watch this show called WrestlePalooza.
Yeah, and they got quite a bit of money for those rights. Now, I think it was like what 1 point was it 1.4 billion or 1.3 billion for the deal.
Here's my and I'm not claiming to be. Look, if you have common sense, you can understand most of this. You don't need a business degree from Harvard to fucking figure this shit out. Lose money, make money, take money, give money. It's that fucking simple. But they paid what a billion, 1.9, whatever the number is.
It's a large number.
Don't you think they're gonna get their money back without charging an absorbent amount? I mean, if you're a sports fan and all you watch is sports, yes, this makes perfect, really good sense. But the majority of wrestling fans, while they may be sports fans, they're people with families who already are being priced out of a lot of different things as it is. I mean, at this point, because look at it like this, and I heard somebody say this week. We cut the cord from cable because cable was so fucking expensive. Now you might have to go back to getting cable because cable might be cheaper than all these fucking streaming devices.
You know, this is funny right now. We're talking about this because quite a few years ago, I remember having a conversation with somebody about why does cable have to cost so much? Why can't we just pick the channels we want, and just get that? They're like, well, the reason why you get the prices you get is because of package deals. That's
Right.
why you get these cable packages. That's why you get it for the price you get it. Well, nowadays we're getting what we complained about wanting, and now that we've got it, we see what they're talking about. It's so expensive to pay for each individual one that by the time you pay for the individual ones you want, you would have had an extra 80 channels or so that you may or may not have watched.
Well,
It
at the
is,
beginning, because at the beginning, when I first cut the cord, I went to Fubo TV, and for like $65-$70 a month, I got all the cable channels that I normally watch for 2/3 of the price.
what was your cost of internet though?
It's been the same for the last 5-6 years, $100 a month.
So you throw your cost of internet on top of your cost of streaming, and you're still paying $165 a month.
But no, but here's the thing though, I was paying because I had Direct TV, the satellite, as a cable. So we were paying for the package. Then we had every room had a cable box. So I had to pay for each cable box, was another $15 a piece. Then they want you to put insurance on it, which is another $5 a piece. Then you had to put the plan on it for them to come, if something go wrong, they come out, they won't charge you. That's another $7 to $8 a piece on top of the cable package I was already paying $135 for.
So when you're done paying your $250 a month for television,
Right. So my cable bill every month was like almost, because of the package I had, was almost $200 something a month. Then because taxes is another $30
our cable
FCC tax.
I know all about that. Yes, our cable deal we had was with Comcast or Xfinity, whatever you want to call it, and it was around $227 a month total with taxes.
It's crazy. So that's why I cut the cord. I'm like, and then to make it matter worse, at the time, and to this day, my kids really never watched cable. They grew up watching YouTube, so they would watch all the shows. Like YouTube had a lot of kiddie shows on it. Then as my girls got older, they started watching the vlogs and actual content creators. My son was just watching sports highlights and one dude breaking consoles. That's what he was watching. So now he just watches sports highlights and plays video games. There you go.
There you go.
There was no use to having fucking cable. But now, like I said, we right back where we started with the streaming services. We right back where we started. And the funny thing is, you can't have internet. I mean, you can't have streaming without the internet. At one point, we didn't used to need the internet to have cable, but
True.
now, so
Now, if you want cable TV, you got to have internet first to play it over.
who's at fault for this? Did we create this?
Yes, we did. We're our own
Yeah.
problem.
And to make matters worse, somebody started a rumor that Chris Jericho was coming back to WWE. Now we got to deal with that shit.
And it happens all the time when a person's gone away for so long and they're no longer on television. Everybody assumes their contract is up, whether it is or isn't. I don't know. His contract may be up right now and due to come up for renewal, and he may be considering other options. Or, like your favorite person, Dave Meltzer said, he's just on vacation and he's not going. He's taking some time off. Do we really know if his contract's coming up yet?
I don't. I've never been one of those people that felt the need to go research somebody's pay.
Yeah, so I mean,
Wait,
we didn't really know at this point. And now, if there's a speculation, there's been speculation. Look, speculation that Moxley will go back as Ambrose again soon because of
I doubt,
he's been there for so long already.
I
Things
doubt
have
it.
got to be getting stale
His
for him.
ego, him going back symbolizes failure to him. And not saying that I know Moxley, right? I don't. I've never met the man, but I would say him going back symbolizes I failed. So now I got to
But
go back. And I
I
don't
mean,
think he's
that
gonna let
rumor's coming from the people who were dying for a Shield reunion, and people need to face it. There is never going to be a get together again of the Shield on a full time basis.
we,
That little back when they were all three there, it was still just an every now and then, one night
we don't.
only thing.
I don't understand the fascination with reunion. We don't need a reunion for everybody.
No,
Everybody doesn't need to be reunited. Sometimes the shit just needs to die to fuck off. Let the dead stay dead. Fuck.
there's never going to be the Shield again. I mean, the only way you're going to have the Shield is if you get Shield 2.0 and you get some new version of the Shield or something. It's not going to be,
Me personally, I don't need,
Roman
and I'm a
Reigns
Shield
is
fan.
too
I
far.
don't even want to see a Shield 2.0, bro. We
Well,
don't just again. Some
nobody
shit
really
just needs
does.
to die. We don't need to see another reincarnation of the Four Horsemen. We don't need to see another reincarnation of the Freebirds. We don't need to see another reincarnation of the NWO. We don't need it. Damn it, can we stop with the Bullet Club? We don't need to see the Shield. We don't need to see none of let the shit. Let it go. Some stuff is just better to be reminisced on and go back. I'd rather go back and look at the old days when I was coming up of the Horsemen than watching somebody else try to recreate it.
Yeah. And then the whole thing with Jericho, I mean, there's a group of people who've always wanted Jericho to come back to the WWE and not be a part of AEW because you've got the people still that just can't stand AEW and they don't want no one to be a part of it. So if Jericho's gone from there and back to WWE, they're like that's where he belongs. That's his home. Well, we want to talk about what his home was. His home was WCW when it was around. Really, he started getting big there, but WWE made him huge. I'm not denying that. I already saw that look in your eye. Like you were like, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. WWE made him huge. Okay, they
Uh,
saw the potential in him, brought him in, and pushed him to a point to where I think Bischoff was just not willing to do it because he didn't have enough confidence in him. I don't think. So I give them very much credit for that. They made Chris Jericho a big, huge name in wrestling. Now, at Chris Jericho's current status in wrestling, his state of what he's the shape he's in, everything. Do you really want to see him back in WWE?
I was just about to ask you. He goes back and does what? And I'm not one of the people that I understand when wrestlers says, when you pitch me something, I need to know what's going to happen after that to make this work. I get that part, but us as fans, we don't need to know what comes next. We should just sit down and watch what comes next. But
Right.
I'm asking the question: to do what? What is who do you want to see Chris Jericho have a
You
match with?
you got
At
bully
this stage in the game. At this stage of the game,
you got Bully Ray screaming over there. I want to see Chris Jericho back in the WWE to do a program with LA Knight. Now,
at this point, that whole show is just a bunch of people talking to hear themselves speak.
and I don't know,
I said
hundred
I said
percent.
that busted open radio is it's for entertainment purposes only. I don't take anything they say outside of them giving real honest advice to somebody. I don't take none of their opinions. I don't take none of their commentary. I don't take any of it seriously. It's all entertainment. for Bully Ray to sit there. He may really want to see that match. God bless him. If he wants to see that, who am I to stop him from wanting to see that? But I'm saying, is that what you really want to see, LA Knight? And this is, for once, I'm defending LA Knight. I'm defending your boy on this one.
Hold on. This is
Write this down. Write it down.
Saturday, August the 23rd at 9:03 p.m.
10:03 Eastern.
Eastern. Please continue.
The rate LA Knight is working right now. LA Knight is working with people 10, some 20 years his youth, his younger than him, and he's keeping up with him. LA Knight, I am not a fan like you are, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you the man can't wrestle, the man can't work. He's not. He's over to a certain extent. I will give him all the credit in the world. And then you put that, what you see from LA Knight, the promo, the in-ring work, all of it, just the overall charisma. And you put that in the ring. And I'm talking about today's Jericho. I'm not talking about Jericho 15, 20 years ago.
Right. That's what I was about to say.
Talking about today's Jericho. You put that in the ring with today's Jericho, that is an embarrassment on Jericho.
I was going to say, can we be honest about Chris Jericho for a minute? Like you're doing the very same thing I was thinking. If you compare him to the Chris Jericho that came in as Y2J, the Millennium Countdown, to Y2J showing up on the Rock, compare that, that version of him to a few years later of him, compare that to him now. Even his promo skills feel like they've gone downhill.
Now, don't get me wrong. I think if Jericho how old is Jericho? 50 something?
He's somewhere in there.
There's only so much he can do, right? But I'm not saying he can't get himself into the type of shape where he can at least not look like he looked the last time we saw him. Because that's all we have left to go on is the last time we saw him, right? Yeah. I can't tell you what he's going to look like 2 years from now. I'm just going on the last time we saw him in the ring. When last time we saw Chris Jericho in the ring, the man looked tired. He looked bloated. He looked like he was gassed. He looked out of shape. He looked like he was there only because he's getting a paycheck and he loves to hear the crowd cheer and boo and sing his song. That's the only reason he's there. If we truly being honest with ourselves, Chris Jericho, if we want to throw these star ratings out, Chris Jericho can't have half a star rating match right now. If we being honest, from the last time we seen him. If I'm just call me a hater, hate on me all you want to, Chris Jericho fans, be real with yourself. Don't be delusional. Like Chris is about LA Knight winning a world heavyweight title. Don't be that delusional.
See, you were doing so good. You were doing so good.
You think I was going to let people believe I was going to give LA Knight that much credit and not take a shot at him? Stop it.
I mean, you were doing so good for the longest, and you went and you know
me better than that, bro.
Went and stepped in it. I mean,
it is what it is, bro. It's not happening. So, but no, I mean,
at this point, Seth Rollins has dug his claws in it, so nobody else will ever see it again for another 4 years, probably.
Good. I'm entertained by Seth Rollins. I'm also entertained by the people who waste their time hating on Seth Rollins.
I'm more entertained with Seth Rollins when he's just doing the other stuff, not holding on to the belt for dear life like a Ric Flair did for 15 years.
Let me ask you this before we get off the Chris Jericho thing. If he does resign and come back, contract stuff, if he does come back to AEW, I mean,
what's there for him to go back to?
Yeah, what is like they people will cheer when he first shows up, and they'll do that, especially if he shows up at a pay-per-view or something like that. So that'll go over. But then the next week when it comes, because I'll be honest with you, I'm watching Collision now. I watched Dynamite last week. I don't know why some people pay to even go. Wrestling, whatever, entertainment costs enough without you going there just sitting like somebody made you show up to the show, bro. Outside of people singing interest songs, it's like nobody. They all look sad, bro. They look sad. It's just, I don't know if it's because everybody's high. Or I don't know.
I think
going on.
I just think Jericho should maybe consider
retirement.
calling it a career in wrestling. Maybe just look at his music and do his music for a
I
while.
don't think he should consider it. I think he should do it.
I
Just
mean,
do it.
well, I'm just trying to be
What,
nice about it. I mean, no one's gonna miss this version of Chris Jericho if he's gone. Okay,
nobody has missed Chris Jericho since he's been back the last 5 years, bro.
his first couple of years in AEW, I still liked what was going on. I mean, the
The
group he
right,
had
the
put
right,
together with
the
Sammy
right
Guevara and
writing
all
was
those
on the
people.
wall when AEW first started. The writing was on the wall when Chris Jericho showed up when AEW first started, bro. If anybody can go back and it's documented, I've said it. Chris Jericho entire run in AEW, the whole time he's been there, bro, can't hold a candle to the worst run he's had in WWE.
I don't know. His worst run in WWE was the list thing,
Okay,
probably, and that was pretty
that
bad.
was way over than anything he's ever done in AEW, bro.
See,
You
it's
can't
way
tell
over.
me.
It was more
You
way
still
over
use
to
the sound
you.
effect. You still use the sound effect now, bro.
Well, because the list thing is funny. The you made the list thing is funny.
That thing,
The overall thing they did with it was really boring.
okay, it may have been boring, but it still got a reaction.
It got a reaction, yeah. But I
It got
mean,
it
see,
got
but
more of a-
the thing
it
is
got
with
more of
that
a reaction than what he's doing in AEW.
the thing, well, more than a reaction than it would for you because you don't like AEW as much. You said yourself you will watch it and you'll like some of it and everything here and there, but there's a lot you don't like about it. Just because you don't like a certain
I don't
part
mean
about
that,
it, that doesn't mean others don't. Though
I
I
we
liked his run when he first got there for a
have
while.
just demonstrated I am not above giving credit to things I don't like. We have just demonstrated this with the LA Knight
I
stuff.
just said a while ago, I said you have said it has some good stuff to it sometimes that you like, but you don't like a lot of it though.
But the stuff I don't like, if it's good, I will give credit to it. That's what I'm saying. I
Well,
will say
good is in the eye of the person watching it.
what I'm saying, even if it's not for me, if it's not something I would typically enjoy. Case in point, AAA. I don't typically enjoy AAA, but it was a good show. Triple Mania was. I was having fun watching it for
Um,
whatever reason. Say you can play say give WWE has something to do with it. For whatever reason you want to throw out there, it was a good show, and I gave it credit because it was something I typically don't enjoy. Sometimes in AEW, there's stuff that's not for me, but I will
right.
still like it. And if it's people, other people say it was like, what's the show they did? And was it All In? They did most of that show wasn't.
All in's usually one of their big ones.
Most of that show I normally would not have liked, but because of the atmosphere, and then everybody was enjoying it, nobody really could say a bad. Some of the stuff was bad, but overall it was a good show. It was everybody was having fun. It was one of the loudest crowds I've seen from AEW, and I gave credit for it. So I'm not above giving credit to shit I don't like, bro, even if it's not for me. So Chris Jericho, like you said, he should just don't consider it. Retire.
Just go ahead and just give it up already. Because no
Totally.
one's really he's not needed anymore. Maybe the star power of the name Chris
At this,
Jericho
I would
was
dare to
needed when AEW first started,
I would
but
dare
not
to say
anymore.
Chris Jericho at this point on AEW roster or WWE roster is a negative. Not because he's a bad person, not because he's going to make the roster, because the time he would take up that if I and you've never heard me say this about a superstar who was over the hill on a roster spot. That that will be one roster spot that he should just let go to somebody who can get over, who has the potential to get over, or who is already over, and you will be taking time from them.
You know, there's a lot of people that want to see him come back to the
For what?
WWE
For what?
just to see him, and I don't know why. Before you ask me, but just to see him feud with Cody Rhodes.
To do what?
I don't know. I don't know why they're so desperate to want to see Jericho and Cody
Which,
Rhodes.
which even makes my point. Him coming back, and even coming close to defeating Cody Rhodes is just a detriment to Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes losing to him is a
But at the same time, you know, like I do, if he comes back to WWE, WWE will push him as the star Jericho
well,
was when he
because
first gets there.
because if you don't, then you hear all the same idiots online talking about, oh, WWE brought him back just to bury him, which is stupid.
And then the way
If
WWE
billions of dollars just to say sit at home. We're gonna make you look like an ass.
I,
That's the
I
dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life, bro.
I personally hope that they don't bring him back because they've already brought back CM Punk.
They don't.
All right,
CM Punk is
you brought back Cody Rhodes first, right? Now you got Cody Rhodes back there again, or he's made
10,
his track
10
somewhere
times,
else and he
10
made a
times
name for
over
himself.
and 10 times more money made by the company because of Cody Rhodes. Same
But
with CM.
that's not what I'm getting at though.
10
What
times
I'm
more
getting
over
at is the kind of
company.
talent. You're bringing in more older talent again versus just focusing on the youth that you've already got there.
It's the
So,
talent. It's the talent that can number one can still wrestle, can still put over, go do well in the ring. At the same time, can elevate a talent that they're working with. Chris Jericho does not do either of that. Any of that.
but that's what I'm getting at though. You're not letting me get to the point. I mean, they brought in Cody. All right, they brought Cody in because Cody Rhodes still had a few more years left in the tank before he becomes what I consider, the older guy you don't want to have there no more. They bring in CM Punk, who is the older guy they don't have to have there anymore. It's not really necessary to have CM Punk to be successful for WWE to be successful, but they brought him in anyway. Fans still cheer his name and everything. They've called his name for what 100 years now. I mean, then now you're looking at Jericho possibly. If they bring Jericho in, he's just another CM Punk you're bringing in that you don't need to put your company over in any way. It's not going to really help or do any good.
We choose to differ at because I'm not comparing Jericho to Punk. That's two different columns. CM Punk again, older talent. Only thing they got in common is, and I would dare to say CM Punk is almost 10 years younger than Jericho.
I don't know. Let me look up their ages. I'm not sure what their ages are. I think Punk's in his late 40s, right?
Yeah,
according to Braun Breaker.
Yeah, his Steiner math for a 48-year-old and a 47-year-old makes 100. So
you're like 100 years old combined. CM Punk is 46 years old.
Okay.
All right.
He's 2 years younger than me.
Chris Jericho is 54 years old.
There you go.
So about 8 years difference in age and everything.
But, so that's the only thing they got in common. They're over 40.
The one thing I don't like about Chris Jericho versus CM Punk at least CM Punk stayed in better shape. Chris Jericho's let himself get away.
Let's throw age out the window. Because Chris Jericho could be 35. If he's looking like he's looking now and wrestling
the way he looks like right now, think about it. Well, what does he look like right now? What does he remind you of?
He looks like somebody who gets up in the morning, goes to get his cup of coffee, and then trying to figure out what the rest of these
Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke, the wrestler. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
That's what he reminds you of right now. And the shape he's in, the way he looks. He's just Mickey Rourke, the wrestler in real life.
I almost want to say Mickey Rourke's better. I want to say that. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that Mickey Rourke was in better shape.
But anyway,
oh my god. So we talked about it earlier. The raising of the prices. The question was brought to me, and then I heard the question. Is this a chance, or is there a way AEW can take advantage of, let's call it what it is? I don't want to call it a money grab. It just comes off as a money grab.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a ways cause are people still paying for the how much is a AEW pay-per-view?
$30, I think. 30, 40. Well, 30, 40 bucks. What's their next pay-per-view? Is it it's London, right? Is it an all-in thing or
Forbidden Door?
Forbidden Door. Forbidden Door. $50, and yeah, people are paying for them. You get it at payperview.com, Prime Video, YouTube. But yeah, people are said that there was a lot of sales on the last All In they had in Texas. That one were pretty big. A lot of people bought that. So people are paying for the pay-per-views for AEW to watch them. It's not, WWE fans paying it, I'm sure, because a lot of them don't really care about AEW or don't even know it
I,
exists. Probably younger ones, especially, won't know it exists. Probably,
I think there are more fans that watch both than there are fans that just watch AEW.
but now as far as can they or whatever, I think it's a prime opportunity to try and step up and do something while they're in the middle of this whole money thing with many different platforms they're on. I
Right,
think it's an opportunity, but the problem is that I don't. They're only showing on TNT and TBS, right? And then they get
yeah,
that little deal with HBO Max,
right.
and we don't know how much longer they're going to be able to keep that up.
Well,
So
it's the whole Warner Brothers thing. So Warner Brothers own all of it. So
yeah,
they don't. They as long as they own it's really a deal with Warner Brothers than it is with
and
AT&T.
according to Ishmael, if you're not using nefarious means, you're paying too much.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Ishmael's got a VPN. I'm I'm pretty sure.
VPN is how I was watching my movie I'm doing for the podcast tomorrow. I had to use that to be able to watch the movie because it's not available in the region here.
What
So
did you watch it on?
uh, it's on Disney Plus, but you couldn't watch it on Disney Plus in this region in the U.S. So I had to go to find where it was available. It said it's available in Brazil. So I went to my VPN, and sure enough, there's a VPN for Brazil set up. So I went to that, and
So you went on
let's
your
just say it's on pause right now.
you went on your VPN site and then you just find a stream or
I don't have a VPN site. I have a VPN server, and
that's
I
what I mean.
log
That's
in.
what I mean.
So I got the Express VPN, and all I do is go to Express VPN and I pull up what city I want to be in or something. And if I go and look for different countries, Brazil is one of the countries listed for a server. So I choose that, and it looks like I'm broadcasting, or I'm not broadcasting, but it looks like I'm surfing out of Brazil.
So
So when I go
you
to
still have to log into your Hulu account though or Disney Plus account.
Yeah, when I go into the Disney Plus account, it says looks like you're traveling abroad. Blah blah blah. Some of your regular broadcasting may not be available, and then something else. And you go to it, and the movie I want to watch, I click on it, and it pulls right up and plays. So
Huh.
yeah, ExpressVPN is great, Ishmael, for sure. I've used it for quite a while now.
I might have
It's
to get
especially good if you want to watch a particular football team play, and you got a city that's for that particular football team.
yeah.
You should be able to do. Let's say you're a fan of the Seahawks or something. You can go into a Seattle server, just like here in Tennessee. If there's a Nashville server and you want to watch the Titans, you can go to the Nashville server because they show the Titans every week here on our CBS channel. That's the game every week, regardless.
I might get a VPN and just watch Netflix through that and then watch the whole network.
I mean, well, you know what though? That's something I wasn't thinking about that. If I go because Netflix has everything WWE in other countries.
Mhm.
If I go through this Brazil VPN, I could probably see everything, including the PLEs, because the PLEs are going to be on there too.
Yep.
So if you're a Netflix subscriber, whatever your price you're paying, I guess you still get everything.
I think we've cracked the code.
There we go.
We've cracked it.
Between me and Ishmael, we fixed everything, guys.
Oh,
You're
whoa, whoa,
welcome.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
You're
whoa,
welcome.
whoa, 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 whoa. I think
Hold on. I don't want to give him too much credit because he still hates AEW. I don't want to give him too much credit.
Didn't I just
Yeah.
sit here and literally just say it on the microphone?
Well, I mean,
How are you and
he
Ishmael taking the
typed it.
credit?
He typed it first, and I said something, and then you took into it. So I mean, you're
I
like a
can't,
Johnny come lately.
I can't see the chat, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I can't help it. I'm looking at it right now.
So
If
I'm
you
just saying,
if you were a good host, you'd have a second monitor with Facebook up on the screen where you could see it, and you'd see these things.
I am a good host. That's why I delegated that to a person with a second monitor who can see.
But yeah,
Rob,
that's a definite workaround.
Rob bought a boat. You bought a second monitor. There you go.
Dude, I had 3 monitors at one point.
So you do all that gaming shit. Yeah.
Well, he came in real handy with the gaming for sure. Yeah.
I can't. My brain doesn't focus like that. But yeah, that might be
If they could take this opportunity and push forward with something, I don't know what they could do or what they would do.
Well,
okay.
Here's the thing. I think pay-per-view is going out anyway. Eventually, they'll pay-per-views will be a PLE and it'll be on a streaming service. Now,
I
whether they be Max, I don't know, but that's going to happen within the next 2 years or so.
I personally think if they were going to do anything, they should make a move similar to what WWE did before, where everything's on one place to get it, and you're offering it for one low price or something.
That's what I'm saying. Here's a chance to learn from your competitor if you're trying to be in competition. If they're doing something like that and you see the complaints, you see, even though people are still going to pay for it, you see the complaints. Here's a chance to say, here's all our PLEs, here's all our TV shows, here's whatever we do, library, all of that.
Ring of Honor, they get the Ring of Honor library.
Ring of Honor on there, one spot.
That would be in their best interest to make a move like that.
Pay us $20-$25 a month. Bam, we done. Because let's face it, AEW does not have the library WWE has.
No, because WWE's bought so many places in the past. They own all the libraries that were good.
AEW just has AEW and Ring of Honor.
Right.
Ain't much of a library if you want to really think about it compared to WWE.
Right. Now, one thing I will say is that the old Ring of Honor stuff was great. They had a lot of good people come through there, a lot of great matches to watch, go back and watch again. It was real fun.
Yeah.
So,
and that here's where knowing your value comes in, because you can't be like, well, if you want to watch everything in WWE, it's going to cost you $175 for all these damn streaming services. You can't then come out and price yours, you know what I'm saying, like $50.
Right.
Like, let's recognize the value. Like, yeah, RH was great, but are you gonna pay $50 a month to watch old RH shows?
No. As far as that goes, with AEW and Ring of Honor, if I was saying one low price or something, personally, I would shoot for $15 a month.
There you go.
Because the WWE network was $10 a month. All right. Well, right now everything with WWE.
I know why they broke that. It's money. Why we just couldn't leave? Why we just couldn't raise the price of the network, bro?
Like you said, it's all about money and notoriety and everything.
I want to say they could have got, if not the same amount, close to it, if you restructured the deal with Peacock and raised the price. You already had people signed up. You think they were going to leave if you raised the price $10, bro?
Well, according to that, which con is it with WWE? Not WWE, but
Tony Khan? Oh, Nick Khan.
Nick Khan. According to Nick Khan, everyone's going to follow over, no problem. I mean, he believes the WWE fans will do that very thing. They'll follow over.
If we going from past, you know, he's not wrong.
But when everybody stops, when everybody stops and puts everything out in front of them and says, I got to pay X amount for Netflix here. I got to pay my cable bill to get the USA channel for sure. I still want to watch NXT. I want to watch PLEs.
That hit, bro.
I want to watch Saturday night's main event when it comes on. Now I got to have Peacock too for that because it won't be on NBC no more. It's only on Peacock.
I understand what you're saying, and I feel the same way. Here's two problems I immediately see with that. Number one, you know how many people would have to not subscribe for them to even feel that?
Well, there's going to be a decline in subscriptions, but probably not enough to be a problem for them.
Not enough to even notice. That's number one. Number two, they already got the money, bro.
WWE's got the money, yes.
Yeah, they already got the money.
The thing is, though, I mean, is it going to?
Here's what people are not understanding: WWE's not getting paid off you subscribing.
Right.
They sold the rights to the events. They got the money already. They don't. I mean, it does matter how many people subscribe, but at the end of the day, they already got the money, bro.
I just don't like the way
they're not going to lose money if 15,000 people say, "No, what? I'm not going." They're not going to lose a dime. Not one dime. So,
yeah.
So, again, here's a chance. People always say AEW does better as far as when you're comparing them to their TV shows. They do better pay-per-views. Their pay-per-views that I miss. I think they should capitalize on it. I think you should, if you want to tweet about anything, Tony Khan, Tweet about, hey, you could pay $200 a month to watch WWE, or you could pay $50 a month and come watch a great wrestling match. Do something.
Then you got to live up to it.
Well, that's on them.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna have to
I mean,
they're gonna
it's
have to
not,
make a couple of
dude.
changes. All right,
Their slogan is
you
"We're the best wrestle."
you
I mean,
know I like it. You know I like them, but they're gonna have to do a better job of
it,
living up to that.
their slogan is "We're the best wrestle." I mean, how? What else you gonna say?
Um,
I mean, what does that say?
everybody's got to toot their own horn. You can't just come up and go, "This is the place where we think that we'd like to be better, but we're not sure." You know,
It's
you
one.
can't really come out and say that. You got to be more
One thing
confident
that
with it and throw it out there, whether it's true or not. You got to throw it out there.
it's one thing to toot your own horn. It's another thing to just lay on the horn. It's a whole nother thing. So yeah, we about what 45 minutes in.
I don't know. I can't see the timer on it right now because I'm
So
not
so
logged in my usual way.
here's if you don't really want to pay all the money, because like you said earlier this week, we're getting around to that season, the holidays. $30 might not be a bit much, but we also getting around to the season where we're gonna start cracking heads for real on the football field. And my favorite time of year, football season. You're a Tennessee Titan fan. I don't know how your season's gonna go. I see yourself being disappointed a lot this
All
year.
right, all right. So, what is it you always tell me? I'm the most glass half full kind of person you've ever seen.
Yes.
I'm optimistic. If by watching preseason so far, you can't judge nothing on preseason because A, your players get out there for a series or two. B, the teams you're playing don't throw their best plays at you defensively or offensively, and all the stars once again are not playing. So it's kind of hard to judge everything on preseason play. But I do feel a lot more confident in Cam Ward as my quarterback than I did as Will Levis at this point because when Will Levis was even in preseason, we get out there and try to force things through and thread a needle when it's not necessary. And Cam Ward at least has enough brains to know if they're not open downfield, just tuck the ball and run with it and get out of bounds or something. You know, I mean, he's got better football sense right now. So
I just need Cam Ward to understand that he's not Michael Vick, bro.
and I'm hoping he does understand that because that's going to get him hurt.
Because Michael Vick got Michael Vick hurt a lot.
Yeah,
So I need Cam Ward to just. I know he
Cam
can
Ward.
move. I know he can scramble. I know he got some feet. But you got
I
to.
am kind
I
of
wish these quarterbacks learn when to slide, bro. I said the
I
same
am
thing about Jaden Daniels last year. Somebody need to teach
yeah
this fool how to slide.
I am kind of interested in this season in general coming up. I want to see how some of the second year players are going to be performing because well, Jaden Daniels, for example, great rookie season, right?
Yeah, I don't think we see the same thing. I
I
would be
want to see
surprised.
Vince Young had a great rookie season when he was with the Titans. They figured him
Exactly.
out, and
You
second
love
year
you.
they were all on him.
Second time this week you done brought up Vince Young, bro.
I'm just saying, second time the second season they were all on him. They had him figured out and he was done with. I wonder if Jaden Daniels is that kind of person. And
I just
then the guy in
see young fella
Chicago,
get hurt. So I hope somebody taught him how to slide this summer because I don't want to see that young fella get hurt.
what's the guy in Chicago's name again that was drafted number one overall?
Caleb Williams, or whatever his name is.
Caleb something, I believe. Yeah. I want to see if he's improved any because he was
Oh
so hyped
shit!
up coming
It,
in.
would- it wouldn't, dude. He was some shit last year, bro. He had his moments, but he was not what he was hyped up.
That's what I'm saying. They
He,
hyped him up so big and bad.
he can't do nothing but improve, bro. He can't.
And I'm also curious to see if Shador Sanders gets any play time and if he's as big as they wanted to make him out to be.
I don't even want to talk about shit. That shit right there just. Well, y'all playing. It's one thing to be assholes, and we all know people who make a certain amount of money who fit. They're just naturally assholes. But you're playing with somebody's career. You're playing with somebody's life, bro. Like,
Well, that's why I want to see how he turns out. Because if he turns out good, those people are going to look so foolish, and it's going to be fun to sit here and make fun of them. The ones that ran him down and everything, saying he wasn't going to he wasn't going
his,
to
his
turn
own
out at anything.
his own team owner ran him down, bro.
Really, and I didn't hear that. Is the owner of the Browns?
It was either the owner or the GM. I think it was the owner. Somebody. I can't remember
Dude,
which one. They,
the
they, they,
first week in
they
the
said
first week in
they came out
preseason,
came out and said we didn't really want him.
well, all right, well, to be fair, they didn't need him when they drafted him. They'd already drafted a quarterback. Why would you go and draft another one?
So again,
And you already
why,
overpay.
why draft him?
Right. Why they draft him? Because he's the best player available at that pick or something? I don't know. But I mean, you didn't need him. Get you something that you need on the team. That's what they should have done. But now you get this controversy there with all these different quarterbacks they got in place. Now who's going to get the starting nod? Who's going to be the backup and everything? And if he's not one of them and you kick him off the team, you let him go or something, you're going to look bad as an organization now because of what you did. And there's probably a team that'll pick him up for sure. But in his first week of preseason, he led the team down and threw 2 touchdown passes. Now I don't know about the other 2 preseason games.
What I've seen reported, and I haven't really been, I don't really engulf myself into football. Like I'll watch a couple highlights from preseason. I'll keep up, with breaking news and stuff like that, right? Or in trades if they happen. But I don't really engulf myself until week 1. But from what I've seen, his teammates got his back. I truly believe the line will block for him when he's in there.
Yeah.
But to start Joe Flacco, bro.
Joe Flacco might have gave you some quality time. He might have gave you some quality time last year, but he's not the guy that you want to lead your team a whole season. He's the guy that I want to have handy if my quarterbacks go down and I need a veteran to come in. He's the guy that I want waiting to come in because he can come in anytime and perform.
He's somebody I just need that one tool in my toolbox, and if in case of emergency, I can just grab. I know I can grab that tool.
He's no longer a full season guy.
At this point, he's barely a full game guy. But I'm just saying, one good hit and he's back on the couch. Bro, I'm just saying.
Now, to take this into consideration for everybody, as far as Shedeur Sanders goes, once again, I don't know what week 2 and week 3 in preseason was for him, but his first preseason week, he threw 2 touchdowns. Cam Ward, your number 1 overall pick, has led the team downfield a few times for scores, but he's not thrown 1 touchdown pass.
There you go.
Now that's not saying nothing bad about him because he's managed the game while he's been in there. And Shedeur Sanders could do the exact same thing and manage the game and just not turn the ball over.
But I think he gives you, and I'm not a big Shedeur fan. I just recognize the boy. You cannot recognize the boy got talent. You just blind if you can't see it.
Yeah.
But he gives you more of a variety. He gives you more, like a Jaden Daniels was last year. You don't really know what he can do until he does it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, you can put him in different situations. He gives your team different options. Whereas if with a Flacco ain't running the ball.
No.
If he's running for his life.
Shedeur Sanders.
You got 3 seconds with Flacco, bro. That's all you got.
Shedeur Sanders was already doomed from the get-go in a lot of people's eyes because he's Deion's kid. And Deion has said so much stuff. And then Shedeur, of the brothers, Shedeur Sanders is the one that's more like his dad, I think, with the cockiness. But that doesn't mean he can't be a good player and a great quarterback in the league. He still could be. If they give them, we need to see him give him a chance first.
I don't mind cockiness if you can back it up, bro. If you can back up all the stuff you're saying.
Yeah. He could very well hit the field next year and have a breakout season like Jaden Daniels did. And people are going to be like, oh, he should be. You have Titans fans out here going, I knew we should have taken Shedeur Sanders.
All that. Oh, we don't like him because of his dad. Like, bro, like, there are a lot more people. There are a lot more parents who are not famous who are way worse than Deion, bro.
Yeah.
Look, it is what it is. There's a kid who was raised by a single mother who makes it to the NFL and he's a great kid. And all of a sudden you got his mama thinking she know everything about everything because that's her baby. And she loud. Nothing against Allen Iverson's mom, but look at Allen Iverson's mom. She wasn't a pain, but you knew who she was. Jane Daniels' mom, she's a pain. I'm in the DC area. I see what she's doing. The boy can't. If they're out at an event and a girl is standing next to him, she moves the girl out the way. They were at a basketball game. I forgot the girl basketball WNBA player that was with him. She made her move. to sit next to her so she could sit next to her son. She came out. She's in the newspaper saying no one can date my son unless they come through me first. So you got way more parents who are not as famous as Dion that are way worse, bro. If Dion's your problem, at least you know what you're getting with Dion. At least you know. First of
You
all,
know
you got
who
the man.
you know who the worst has been?
The man played football and baseball on the same damn day, bro.
Did you know who the worst has been? It's NBA
Oh,
and the father of
John
well,
Morant.
no. The two well he's not great either, but the father of those two brothers in the league,
Oh,
Ball.
the ball. Yeah, he lost his leg, so he can't really. I will give him credit, bro. He's a obnoxious. Well, he was an obnoxious fucker. I don't know if he's too obnoxious now. He believed in his sons.
Yeah.
He wasn't gonna let his sons take bullshit deals. His sons was gonna get what they deserved. And Lonzo is it Lonzo? No, which one that plays for the Hornets?
There's I know there's Lonzo Ball and what Lamelo Ball.
And one of them just washed out and became a rapper.
One of them was playing with the Bulls for a minute.
I think that was Lonzo. Well, even he's still in the league. He's still contributing on the team. He's still I don't want to say he was an all star, but he's a good player in the league. So yeah, he was. I could do without him and his big baller brand and all that shit on the talk shows. But he got his sons what they deserved, and you might have to deal with it. And he was I would say he was worse than Dion.
The guy that went to the Bulls was overpaid, I think, a little bit though, because he stayed hurt all the time.
But he was an all star.
And
He was all star. With the Bulls, you talk about it earlier. The Bulls sucked anyway. So.
I mean, they had their chances there. They had some stuff going on for a minute, and then but it's
my boy
ownership of that team is what's killed them the last 15 years.
Yeah, ownership of my football team is what's killing me right now. So.
Yeah, Jerry Jones not
People still know how to shut the fuck up. There was one person who needed to shut the fuck up.
Did you see the
shut the fuck up, bro.
You see the picture of the new statue they've got out front of your quarterback?
No.
It's him sitting down with his hands like this. He's just like, no, not again.
Jerry, I've always said, bro, like it's his team. He can do what he want, but at the same time, bro, we used to compare him to Dan Snyder. Well, they used to compare Dan Snyder to him around here because the thing was Dan Snyder wanted to be Jerry Jones, but I would always tell people he can try to be Jerry Jones, but he can't be. Jerry Jones has more football knowledge than Dan Snyder ever will, which is why he's not the owner of the team now. He's a fucking idiot. But now Jerry Jones is becoming that. He's becoming that 80-year-old guy who just needs to go sit down over there because he's saying shit that don't make sense.
Well, a lot of the people don't like their owners. A lot of fans don't like their owners. The fans here, man, they run down Amy Adams Strunker every chance they get. They can't stand the woman. She should sell the team. Peyton tried to buy the team and she wouldn't sell it to him. People in Tennessee think Peyton Manning,
God.
They think the sun rises and sets in his backyard.
Peyton's busy making WWE money, TKO money, so he's all right. He's good. He don't want to deal with them people.
Ishmael says Jerry Jones equals Vince.
Hey, until I hear of Jerry Jones shitting on people's heads, we're not going to do that. Hey, I'll take Vince at this point. I'll take Vince coming back to WWE over Jerry Jones.
Hey, there'll be reports coming out of Jerry Jones and Troy Aikman and Michael Irvin all having little parties with some people they shouldn't have come out soon.
I don't know if you watched the documentary on Netflix about the Cowboys. I'm on the episode 3 right now. No, apparently, the team I loved in the 90s, they were some crazy motherfuckers, which we know that.
That was the team that I was watching for the longest. When Aikman and Irvin, Harper, and Emmett Smith and Novacek all came in when the coach Jimmy Johnson got there.
Yeah.
I was really big into watching them at that point. I really got into it.
according to this documentary, this was a very close knit team. Like they did everything together. They was hanging out. They were taking trips. You know what I'm saying? Always together, right? So so close that Troy Aikman and Jerry Jones bonded over aquariums. And Jerry Jones, I mean not Jerry Jones, but Jimmy Johnson and Troy Aikman bonded over aquariums, right? And I don't know if you remember when Troy got hurt, they started Steve Berline, and even when Troy Aikman got better, they kept letting Berline play until he lost the he lost the playoff game. Then they cut him.
Yes.
So you know, Troy and Jimmy were mad at each other over that, but then they again bonded over aquariums. So much so that Troy had an aquarium in his master bedroom of his house. Jimmy Jones would be in Troy Aikman's bedroom.
Oh, Jimmy Johnson or Jerry Jones?
Jimmy John. I get him confused. Jimmy Johnson will be in Troy Aikman's master bedroom, watching the aquarium, drinking a fucking beer. Like, why is your head coach in your master bedroom watching your aquarium drinking beer, bro? What?
Hopefully nothing else was going on at the time.
I'm not insinuating nothing like that. I'm just telling you what I saw on Netflix. I'm not going down that road because people think what they think about the Cowboys anyway. So to all my Cowboy haters who are wrestling fans, which is why you're watching the show or tuning in, don't send me shit hating about it or making fun about the Cowboys. Don't. I don't want to see it. I'm good. Chris sends me enough shit about people hating on the Cowboys.
I'll do that. Don't worry, guys. I got it taken care of.
I don't need to see anymore. Save your hate for somebody who gives a fuck. I don't care.
The last one I sent you was the best one. Everybody's crowding around, looking at the screen. Now this is look here. This is what they call a Cowboys fan from the 1990s. They often go back and rewatch their Super Bowls on VHS tapes, which we'll be looking at next too.
I will stand on my what they call it, my soapbox, and I will continue to say that everybody who hates on the Cowboys only do so because their team sucks. So, where about your football team?
I don't hate on the Cowboys. I just find the humor in the videos.
Passive aggressive hate, Chris. That's what that is. That is passive aggressive hate.
That's called me laughing with you, not at you.
No, you're not laughing with me because I'm not laughing.
Oh, on the inside, you're laughing.
No, I'm not.
You're laughing right now almost. Look at you. That just proved my point.
I'm not laughing at these things. This is a form of passive.
Says you now.
Form of passive aggressive behavior, and I will not tolerate this passive aggressive hate towards my Dallas Cowboys. No longer. Worry about your funky ass Tennessee Titans, and the rest of y'all worry about all them fair weather Chiefs fans. And
let's go ahead and say it right now.
What happened to all the Patriot fans? Where are they?
Let's go ahead and say it right now. Oh well, Tom Brady's been gone. There ain't no Patriot fans no more.
Yeah.
So let's go and say it now. Who's going to have the better season this year, record wise? Is it going to be Dallas or the Titans?
Dallas Cowboys.
You say Dallas Cowboys are going to have the better record this year. You're that confident in them?
Yes. Because I don't think y'all don't win more than 7 games.
How many will win last year? 5 games? 3 games? If they win 7, man, that's improvement this year.
I don't think y'all.
I'm looking for steady improvement.
I don't think y'all will win more than 6 games this year.
Dude, you got a bunch of people here. Now, listen, the radio analysis people, they're being realistic, okay? The fans here, however, we're a wild card team this year. We're a wild card team. Okay. No, you ain't. You probably ain't no wild card team. Your offensive line, you hope to hold together all year long enough to give them a chance to pass the ball.
Is it whiskey or bourbon? What is it?
What?
What do y'all drink down in Tennessee?
Oh, they always say Tennessee whiskey, don't they? You got a Jack Daniels distillery down the road from Nashville a little ways. So
bunch of fucking drunks. That's what's wrong with you.
Bunch of Otises out there watching football every Sunday.
And that old moonshine.
I say if we break 500, I'll be happy because of having a rookie quarterback and an offensive line that's barely put together.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Somebody saying if my team breaks 500, I'll be happy. Should not be talking about the fucking Dallas Cowboys. It just should not. That don't make sense. You're happy if your team breaks 500.
I'll still laugh at your team. I'll still do it.
It's insane.
I don't care.
That is insane.
I never claimed to be a sane person.
You exhibit your insaneness every week on the show. Every week. I also exhibit my insaneness because I listen to you. So the fuck.
You just learn to be a realist like me. That's all.
No, you can't say you hope your team makes
Hey,
500.
hey, hey, say it with me. LA Knight
There you go.
as champion. Say it with me.
Uh, no, because I don't need anybody going back and watching the footage of this show thinking I'm a crazy person. No, we're not doing that. Cowboys for the Super Bowl. It's our year. Yeah. So everybody wants to say we say that every year because, God forbid I say what Chris said. I just hope my team makes 500. That was fine. Oh,
Considering what my team has been the last couple of years,
fuck,
500 would be a blessing at this point.
my team could have went
But-
my team could have went 0 for the season. Okay. My expectation of my football team every year is to win the Super Bowl because if you're not, what are we doing?
Well, my expectation is I want us to win, but the realist in me says if we at least hit 500, that's good.
The realist in me says I play football to win a Super Bowl. I do not play football to say be happy with a first round or a wild card spot.
No, that's the fan in you talking.
That is not why I lace up my cleats every damn Sunday. I don't.
You don't lace up no cleats. Come on.
I'm just talking about as if I was a football player.
You didn't even put your sneakers on. You kick them off on the lazy boy and kick back and watch the game.
Did you played high school ball, right?
No.
You didn't play high school? Did you play middle school ball? Like any ball?
Basketball.
Okay. Did you when you went to basketball on game day? When you were lacing up your shoes, did you say, "Boy, I hope we win a couple games this season"? No. Your intent for the season was to win a championship. If you're not doing that, why are you playing?
Because it's fun.
Just saying. We all see who the realist is. We all see who the Lulu person is. Because if you don't understand or don't know, I'll give you a hint. The delusional person thinks
it's not here this week. He hasn't been on here in a few weeks. Quit talking about Rob when he's not around.
The delusional person that's here every week is the one who thinks LA Knight is going to win a world title. So
yeah.
There you go.
Let me talk to you.
Answered your question. Chris, another great show. Thank you, sir. Thank
you.
Coming on and making me look smarter every week. Rob's not here. I got to give this stuff to somebody. You're catching collateral damage.
Rob, if you're listening, we both look smarter when you're not here. So when you're here, I'm a step above. It seems like I'm not really the one he's being picked on as much. I miss you, Rob. Come back. We need you here.
We do it. We do it out of love. We do it out of love, Chris. So the love for the game, the love for the podcast.
I don't know if Kevin watches this, but I pick on Kevin too. I ain't talked to him in a long time, but I still pick on him too. He could be here if he wanted to.
Kevin, I don't. If it doesn't involve 1990s video gaming, Kevin's interested in it. Like that's all.
Tell him we're going to talk Mario Karts next week. See if he'll come on.
Got all these games. Like if you I go to Kevin's house maybe 2 or 3 times a year. We literally live like 10 minutes from each other. Not even 10 minutes. But when you first walk into his house, he's got this big ass flat screen on the wall with his wife really into books, so she got all these books, and he's into these games. He's got all these emulators. He's got all these.
That's my kind of guy right there, man. I bet he's got the old NES emulator, don't he?
Yes.
See, I want to go to his house now.
He's got all these games, and like it's all like nicely displayed on these big bookshelves, and there's not an empty shelf on the spot. There's not an empty space on the shelf. Like it's all. Like, bro, like, do you ever play all of these games? Like, he's got games, he's got books, he's got DVD. The DVD collection is bananas. Stuff you would like, because he's into that comic stuff too. So,
yeah.
So if it ain't that, he ain't really. Like, I don't even think Kevin watches football. He likes football. So.
That's all right. He likes wrestling. Just tell him we're going to talk old NES, and he'll come on next week for.
No,
Then we'll surprise him
not,
and we'll talk wrestling instead.
tell him if you're gonna talk old Goldberg, he's there for you. He's a big
Some old Goldberg. Okay.
Him, Goldberg, and Sting. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with Kevin. Sometimes I really don't know.
We'll tell him who's next.
I try to examine. I think I asked him one time what made him a Goldberg fan. I can't remember what he said, but sad. It was just sad. Growing up like that, I don't know what's wrong with him. Anyway, we rambling on. Um, Front Row Wrestling Podcast. That is Chris. I am Mr. KS, and I think the show's over. Chris, is it over?
It's over. Definitely, it's over. Yeah,
it's over.
It's over.